everyone, thank you for watching this tech tutorial. Today we'll be learning how to develop your skills with LinkedIn Learning. Before we get started, let's take a look at what will be covered in this recorded video. First, we're going to talk about what exactly is LinkedIn Learning and what are some benefits to using the program, how to set up your LinkedIn Learning account, browse a course library, navigate through a course, and then viewing your progress once you've started. So LinkedIn Learning is basically an online learning platform that allows you to access thousands of business, creative, and technology courses. Since it's online, you can access it anywhere that you can access the internet. And best part of all, it's free with your library card. So you might be wondering why you should try to sign up for this program. So there are some key benefits that I wanted to mention. First is that you can learn at your own pace. So whenever you have some spare time, you can pull up a course, whether that's at school or when you're on your lunch break or at home, and then work through the course, stop it wherever you're at, and pick it up whenever you need to. The content is also built by industry experts, and often those are the same ones that actually are the instructors for the course as well. It also personalizes recommendations for you based on your interests. So I think that curation that's involved is really neat, especially since you can choose different fields or careers that you're interested in, or just maybe fun hobbies that you wanted to try out. You can also earn certificates that can be added to your LinkedIn profile. So let's talk about how you actually access the program. So we're going to visit the library website in just a moment, and then you'll be able to see how you kind of navigate to LinkedIn Learning from there. So let me go ahead and close this out, and then we're just going to open up a new browser window and go to the library website. So that's going to be cedarhilllibrary.org. And that will take you to our homepage of the library website. And you can see kind of right here in the middle of the page, we have this nice little button for you to make it easier for you to get into LinkedIn Learning. So I'll just click there. And from the Get Started button, you can either log into your account if you've already used the program before. If you've used lynda.com, that should be the same thing to get in. If you haven't used LinkedIn Learning before, you can just click Get Started and you can sign up for an account. So we'll go ahead and click Get Started. I'm going to enter in my library card number here. And put in my PIN. Should be the last 4 digits of your phone number. All right, so if this is your first time trying to sign into LinkedIn Learning, it's going to actually try to help you personalize your learning experience and offer some of that curation that we were talking about. So I'll just go ahead and click where it says sounds good. It's going to ask me to select some different topics that I'm interested in. So let's say that I'm really interested in learning about project management. I also like learning about personal development. Maybe the kind of thing that I want to go in career-wise is data science. And then as far as hobbies or creative topics, maybe I want to learn more about graphic design, and then maybe, photography. So you can see kind of some of the things that pop up here. We've chose some different skill sets. You can choose as many as you'd like to. What the main benefit of this is that once I've chosen it, it's going to show some recommended videos or courses based on that. You also have an option to set a weekly goal so you can track your progress and see if you've hit those goals throughout the week. So you can, play around with this and see what you'd like. This is optional, so you don't have to necessarily do this. All right, and now I have my recommendation set. So I can go ahead and click Start Learning. And now I'm in the home page for LinkedIn Learning, and I can see some of the different options that they have available. So this part up at the top, these are just going to be some popular videos or new videos that have just been released for courses. So you can take a look here and see if any of those look interesting to you. You can always click into there if you want to get started with one. But I always recommend checking this out because they do add some interesting things that can be relevant for the time. I'll also be able to see my weekly goal that I've set and how far along I've gotten towards that goal. And then any courses that I've saved or I'm currently working on will show up right here. And then this is the part down here at the bottom where it shows the different curation that I was talking about. So these are the recommendations that it's shown me based on what I chose during that topic option. So if I want to look at any of them, I can kind of click on it here or hover over it, and it'll give me some more detail. So this one here is about project management. And if I like this course, I can click into it and start working on it right away. Or what I can do is just save it. And this is going to add it to my collection so I can um, get it saved and then just view it later whenever I have time. All right, so now I wanted to show you how you can actually browse a course library. So over here on the left-hand side of the page, there is a little browse button that you can click on. There's also a search tool as well if you're looking for something specific. So first we're just going to click browse, and it's going to show me all the different topics that are available to me based on what category it fits under. So business topics, creative topics, and technology. So let's take a look at the creative ones because I feel like those are the most like interesting as far as, you know, if you have a hobby that you want to try out or you were into art or design or web design, a lot of these different things have some options here that would be great for you. So let's say that I am looking at um, graphic design and I want to look at, you know, some of the topics that are offered there. So I can click there to open that up, and it has different things that are available that I can explore further. You'll notice that there are sometimes something called learning paths versus a course. So a course is going to be a smaller thing. You can see this one's only 4 hours, whereas this learning path is 26 hours. And that's because the learning paths are basically um, a whole series of courses. These are multiple courses that have all the content that's available for that particular career or field. So if I really want to become a graphic designer and that is like my end goal, it's going to show me kind of broken down from the very beginning some courses that I should be taking as I learn all the different elements to help me prepare for that particular job. So with the learning paths, you're going to see this certificate option, which is great. That's how you can get that on your LinkedIn profile. At the very bottom, it's going to show you who teaches that course. And just like I mentioned, these are people that are industry experts. So these are people that use graphic design every day in their workplace and will be really great people to learn from. All right, let's go back to browse. So if I scroll down from the topics part, I can also click on specific elements. So let's say I wanted to look at, you know, Microsoft Teams, for example. I can filter that and it'll show me anything that fits within that particular tag. So, you know, using Microsoft Teams for projects and so on. Let me go back. And then at the very bottom, these are some different learning paths. So based on whichever element that you clicked on, so like I'm under business right now, these are some different learning paths that are offered for the business courses. All right, so that's how you browse the content library. You can also search for specific things. So let's say that I really want to learn how to use Excel. I can type in Excel or Microsoft Excel, and then it can pull up for me everything that is associated with Microsoft Excel. All right, so now we're going to go back into the home page so I can show you how you can navigate through an actual course once you want to start. So you'll just find a course that you want to do. So I'm going to look at what I have saved here. I'm going to just click show all three, and this will pull up my saved courses. I'm just going to do this one here for discovering your strengths. So I'll just go ahead and click directly on the course, and it should open it up for me.
In a career sense, are you meant to?
All right, so you'll notice a couple of things right off the bat. You have this content area over here. This is going to be kind of like a table of contents for you. So you can see, what are the elements in the course. You'll notice there are some quizzes as you're going through. Sometimes there's an exam at the end that you can do as well. It just depends on the course. And then as you go through, you're going to see these fill in as you finish those different elements. The video is listed right here in the middle, and you have some different features here that you can do. So you can play or pause, you can skip ahead or backwards, you can fast forward to the next video if you need to. You can also make it go faster. So if they're talking too slow, you can always increase it or decrease it depending on your preference. You can also show captions, adjust any of the settings. So let's say on your computer, the quality just does not look that great. You can always adjust it so it's better quality. You can increase the volume or decrease, and you can even make it full screen if you need to. As you scroll down, you're going to notice that there are some other features here. So you'll see this overview button. This is going to tell you everything about the actual course. So who's your instructor? What are they? What like company do they work at? What do they do? So you know that this is a good resource to learn from. You'll see what's related to the course. So any documents that you want to look at or certificates that are associated. And then, of course, the course details, your learning objectives, what's covered, and what it might qualify for. You'll also see some related courses you might want to try out depending on your interests. There's also this neat notebook feature here, and this is where you can take notes and it will actually document all of that for you. So as you're working on the course and listening to what the instructors are saying, you can take these notes and then, have this here so you can print it out and whatnot later. You can also view the transcript. All right, so I'm back on the home page here. And I wanted to go ahead, I'm just going to close out of this account here and just log in with one that I already have some progress in. So we can talk a little bit about what it looks like once you've actually done some of the coursework, what it looks like when you're coming back in. All right, so you can see here, I have some progress here in my weekly goal. It tells me how much more time I need. And then it shows me any of the courses that I am in progress in, so I can pick up where I left off. And then of course, anything that I have saved here. I can also view my learning up here at the very top of the page. These are some different settings that I can do. So first I'm going to go through this My Learning area, and we can talk about kind of what these little options are. So these are any courses right now that are in progress that I've been working on. So you can see some photography stuff I've done, information literacy, and so on. I can just go ahead and click directly on the course name or this play button and just resume where I left off. I can see which courses I've saved for later. I can also see my collections. So collection is basically maybe something that you have like as a goal that you've saved some corresponding videos for that. So you can see here, I made a collection called Librarian Goals that has some different courses that I thought fit with some of the things that I wanted to learn for work. So you can do something like that similarly. You can do something with a hobby. So this is like photography videos that I put aside to learn. because I want to, get better at that. You can look at your learning history. So this shows you any courses that have been completed so far, any certificates you've gained. And this is the skills that you chose earlier that you were interested in. So you can always add more later. You can remove some of this if some of your interests change over time. You also have this notifications button here at the top. Um, if there is anything that you need to know, you'll see a little message there. The Me button here shows you your profile. So you can adjust what language settings you have here. So I have all my courses in English, but I can change that to another language if I needed to. So I can also adjust my notification settings here. So what notifications I get in LinkedIn Learning and what email notifications I get as well. Okay, and the other option you have here is the Help Center. So this is a great resource if you ever have any questions about your account and you just want to do something here, it'll give you some more information as you're navigating through. So I'll just close that real quick here. All right, I did want to mention that the My Learning area under the learning history, this is also once you have a certificate, this is also where you're going to be able to add it to your LinkedIn profile. There's going to be a button that pops up that will be available to you then, so you can add that in. All right, well, thank you for watching this recorded video. I do want to mention that we do have this link here. This is basically something from the LinkedIn Learning website that you can use to learn more about how to use LinkedIn Learning if you need some additional skills. This is like a little course that you can take
From the
that
fields of
goes into a lot more detail about some of the different elements here. So this can be a great thing if you're really feeling confused because it will give you a lot more detail. But I'm going to include that here in the description bar of the YouTube video so you can take a look there. As always, you can also contact the library if you're having any issues with your account. We can take a look and see if your account is maybe expired, like your library card is expired, and that might be a reason why you can't get into LinkedIn Learning or so on. So feel free to reach out to us. If you like this video, feel free to click the like button and make sure to stay tuned to see if there's any other technology videos that we add to our channel. We also have some great videos for story time and some of our other programs. So definitely check out our YouTube channel in general. Thanks again.